Additionally, our gut is estimated to contain around 1 kilogram or over 2 pounds of microorganisms. It makes you wonder how much of a healthy human body is human and how much is foreign. Maybe these terms are not actually appropriate at all. And that's why we have another much less known way of thinking, known as terrain theory. Microbes are found in an environment, or terrain, and the microbe is nothing. The terrain is everything, is the phrase attributed to Claude Bernard, one of the best known representatives of a holistic approach to health. Terrain theory, which is also known as cellular theory, holds that the body provides the environment or terrain for microorganisms. If the body is healthy, it remains in balance with the microorganisms that colonize it. If the body is compromised, those same microorganisms respond to the environmental changes and cause what we know as disease, but they are not invasive or transmissible in the sense of germ theory. When I worked on the surgical wards, one of the most difficult things to treat were skin ulcers which formed due to compromised blood flow, particularly in the lower leg. Now, frequently they would become infected and we would take swabs of the tissue to see which bugs the lab could identify. Much of the time they would find Staphylococcus aureus and perhaps some antibiotic treatment would be prescribed. However, Staphylococcus aureus is found on the skin of many people and most of the time it has no negative effects for them at all. The bacteria does not prey on healthy humans as such. It only becomes a problem when the person's terrain is already compromised. In the case of ulcers, the skin is dying and the already present microbes detect the new conditions, change their function and proliferate. As general practitioner Johann Leubner says, under close observation of disease progression, particularly in infected processes, damage to the organism occurs at the beginning of the disease, and only afterwards the bacterial activity begins. Everyone can observe this in himself. If we put dirt into a fresh wound, other bacteria appear as well. After the penetration of a foreign body, very specific germs appear which, after removal or release, go away on their own and do not continue to populate us. If we damage our respiratory mucous membranes through hypothermia, then those bacteria accordingly appear, which, depending on the hypothermia's acuteness and length and the affected individual's condition, can break down the affected cells and lead to expulsion.